everybody, welcome to my channel. It's the Garden Turns. So today is Sunday, and for the past like 3 to 4 Sundays, for our Sunday dinner, I've been doing a slow cooker or crock pot meals, and today is not going to be any different. So today I'm going to be doing a meal that my mom made. She used to make this roast for us on Sundays, and it would cook all day long, or sometimes she would do it in the oven. You could do it either way. You could do it in your slow cooker, or you can do it in the oven. My mother did it both ways, but in my opinion, the slow cooker way is better because you just leave it there, and when you come back to it later, it's done. You know what I'm saying? Like the oven, I would keep going back and checking. It's just a whole thing. But the crock pot meal is the better. The crock pot is the better way to make it. So we're gonna get right into making my mom's pot roast. Okay, so you're gonna need beef. You're gonna need a beef roast. This roast at Walmart was about $20, maybe $21, something like that. Which this is going to be more than just one meal, y'all. So that's the way I look at this. I'm also going to use this and make this. My mother used to make the roast, and with the leftovers, we would have a beef stroganoff. And that's what we are going to be doing here as well. So I'm trying to see what day of the week. Tuesday of this week, we're going to do a beef stroganoff with the leftover roast. And then I got to tell you too, tomorrow you got to join me because we're going to be making some homemade raisin crunch bread. And then I'm going to turn that into French toast. So you want to join me for that one tomorrow. And then also today, we're going to be doing Gouda and cheddar mac and cheese, kale and onions with peppers. I'm going to make a small batch homemade dinner roll. And then for dessert, you know, I've been on them loaf cakes because I'm trying to find my Christmas loaf cake. We're going to be doing a German chocolate loaf cake. You got to join me for that with the homemade icing. That's today. Okay. So let's finish this roast so we can get on the road. Today we're going to Cahokia. All right. We're going to see Monk's Mound. It's one of the last existing mounds from the natives that lived here. And we're going to go over there to see it. It's really big and beautiful. Okay, so you're going to need some Worcestershire sauce. I don't know if you say Worcestershire or Worcestershire. I don't know what you say, but put a couple tablespoons of that on there. Okay. And then I have half of an onion chopped, half of a bell pepper chopped, and 2 massive cloves of garlic. Everything is chopped. I'm just going to add it directly here into my crock pot. I also have 1 small pack of mushrooms chopped. Go ahead and throw that in. And I'm going to move that over to the side so we can get our soup in. Okay, and then you're going to need a can of cream of mushroom soup. Get that in there. You need a pack of onion soup mix. And that is a dry mix. It looks like this. You want to sprinkle that in there. And then you're going to need a couple cups of water. So I'm going to go ahead and pour in my first. This is just 1 cup of water. And then I'm going to get my other cup from filling up this can and getting out the rest of all that cream of mushroom soup. But you're also going to need about half a teaspoon or so of red pepper flake, just to give it the little heat. Some 21 Seasoned Salute. This is just, you don't need the 21 Seasoned Salute. I just put that in mine. They're about a half a teaspoon. And then you're going to need a half a teaspoon of black pepper. And let's give us about a half a teaspoon of salt here. All right, so you're going to cover this. So I'm going to put in 1 more cup of water. You want to cover this where your beef is covered with water, with liquid, and then you want to let this go all day. And it's just that simple. When you come back, you see how that looks. When we come back and see this again, it's going to be a beautiful, tender roast with a nice gravy with it already. So, all right. So I will see you guys. We're going to be making that German chocolate loaf cake later, and then I'm gonna see y'all at Monk's Mound in Cahokia, Illinois. Okay, so I'm gonna make a cheese sauce for my macaroni and cheese. So in my pot here, I have about 4 tablespoons of butter that I'm melting, and then I'm gonna use the rest of this evaporated milk, which is probably about a half a cup in here. Then you want to stir, and then you need about a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. do a dash of salt. Some black pepper. And then I'm going to bring this to a slow simmer. And then we're going to start adding our cheese. Now I have 2 varieties of cheese here. I have a sharp cheddar and I mixed that with a little bit of Gouda. So this is about a cup of each cheese shredded. I buy them in the cubes and then I just shred them myself. So this is about a half of each of those cubes shredded. Okay, so my milk and cream have heated. So I'm going to put in and then start whisking this in. Almost all of the cheese. Just want to leave a little bit so that you can cover the top there a little bit. And yes, I did drop a piece. Yes, I did. Okay, so we're just going to whisk this in until all of that is melted. Turn this down a little bit. Okay, y'all, so I made some ziti. I pre-boiled. No, what is this? Rigatoni. This is rigatoni. Pre-boiled. I'm going to just go ahead and pour that into my pan here. And then you want to take your cheese sauce and pour it over. Make sure you get these all covered in your cheese sauce. Okay, so now, let's move that up here so you can see it. You want to cover the top with cheese. Put on a little bit of 21 seasoning salute. And then this is going to go in my oven for about 25 minutes. Gouda and sharp cheddar homemade mac and cheese. Okay, so now I'm going to take my roast out. As you can see, it's done. So I'm going to try to get it out by myself.
Yeah. Now,
I really wasn't saying that for him to come around.
Oh, did you need help?
No, you could do it. You could do it.
Okay.
I'm good.
No matter.
No, I was saying it to them. Like, I wasn't just being like a damn one distress.
Oh, I thought you were saying it seriously.
No.
Well, there it is anyway.
All right. And so then you also need to scoop out some of that peppers, onions, and mushrooms out too. And then I'm going to use some of that and thicken it up. I put a lot of water in mine because I'm going to use some of that to make my beef stroganoff. You don't need to add that much water. Okay. All right. So let me get a skillet and I'm going to thicken this up and then dinner is ready. All right. So I have my skillet here and I'm going to put in some of my, put in a little bit of olive oil. Put in some of my veggies there. Let that heat. Then I have some flour. Put in a couple tablespoons of flour. And then I have some of my broth. Bring this to a boil. Okay, so as you can see, my gravy has thickened. So now I'm going to add a couple pieces of my roast beef here. So it's just fall apart. So I'm just gonna let that simmer. Look at this roast. So this is gonna be used for beef stroganoff. And then we probably gonna use some of this too, because we're not gonna eat all this. This is a lot of beef for 2 people, so. But I know my mom and my stepfather. Yeah, of course. So, all right, so I'm gonna cut this off, and I'm just gonna let this sit here because the meat is all done. Everything is done. It's just basically getting hot. So, all right, up next, I'm gonna be serving up dinner. All right, y'all. Hello, everybody. Welcome. So today I'm going to be doing a really quick beef stroganoff recipe. It's for my mom. When she used to cook the beef roast on Sundays, she would make this later in the week, and that's what we're going to be doing here today. It's really simple, and we're going to do a 1-pot meal here. Okay, so you're going to need some extra, well, not necessarily extra wide, but you need some egg noodles. You're going to need some cream of mushroom soup, some not cream, but some onion soup mix. And then I have some broth from when I made my roast, and I'm going to use this to soften my noodles. And then I have the rest of my roast chopped, half an onion chopped, and about 2 cloves of garlic chopped. And my oil should be hot. Hey, hon.
Hey. Hey, Max.
So you want to put your veggies in first, the onions. Turn that up a little bit. And then I'm going to strain some of this mushroom and stuff out of the bottom here. I hope everybody is having a good day today. It's been a pretty busy day for me. So our TikTok is doing really well now. I have over 5,000 subscribers over there. And we're doing really good over there. So you should go check it out. Same name on TikTok as the Gordon Turns. And then we do a live on Sundays where we drive around the city of St. Louis. And we're probably going to be doing some other things too as we get more comfortable with the live. But we're going to be doing some other stuff, I know. But yeah, go check that out. All right, so I think I'm good with that. So we want to get this nice and hot here. Okay, so now you want to pour in about 1.5 cups of egg noodles. Mix that around really well. And then you need about 1 cup to 2 cups of broth. And this is the broth from my actual roast. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pour some of this in. Okay, so I'm going to let this slowly simmer until it reduces, and then we're going to add our cream of mushroom soup and our onion soup mixed. We can actually add that now. Let's add our onion soup now.
You sure look like about the live on Sunday night?
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to let this simmer until the noodles are soft, and then we're going to add the cream of mushroom soup and our meat.
Yeah, we can go down there and do that Ferris wheel down there.
At the, yeah.
Yeah, that can be a date night out.
Mm-hmm. That would be cool.
Yeah. And take everybody with us.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I have my cream of mushroom soup here. Get it out, get it out, get it out. And then you want to mix it up. She's just going full steam ahead, y'all. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in my roast. Reduce my heat and let this simmer until all of the liquid pretty much is absorbed.
called a tripe,
Okay,
right?
so we got honeycomb tripe. Make sure if you make a tripe, it's got to be honeycomb tripe. They have another variety here as well.
I didn't know
And
that.
it's a thinner
Gotta
tripe,
be
but
this.
it has to be honeycomb. And we're gonna make that tonight for y'all. Y'all gonna see a St. Louis classic. This is the snack area here. They got like different types of cookies and stuff. You can come in from all over the world. You can see over here.
So we're gonna need white bread.
Yeah, we go into the store too.
Oh yeah.
What you used to? My husband introduced me to this store years ago, and he would always get these Pocky sticks that they have here in the front.
They should be.
These are spectacular cookies. Over here. I think over here. They got different kind of Kit Kats. This is candy. I don't know what that one is, but they got different kinds of Kit Kats. What kind is this? Like a dark chocolate, green tea. It's different. Different candies here. And then we used to always, they got ice cream now. We used to always bring the kids here and let them pick something out of the refrigerator. And right here.
Yeah.
He used to buy these all the time.
Yeah.
And they got all these different flavors here.
Yeah. It's just basically a cookie with a little chocolate, what do you call it, bark? Dipped in a little bark. Like this one, the mocha.
And they're like $2.29. People also be saying they want to see prices. So these are like $3.79. About $4
I'm gonna
is
get
the
some
most you pay.
mocha ones. Mocha's like green tea, right? That strong green tea.
And then these are the elegant Pockys. Pockies.
Some of them got cookie crisp and all type of stuff in it. That's got coconut on it.
This is also a type of Pocky right here.
Yeah. They got cream filling, shoot all in your, glitter. This the new,
Glitter all in your mouth.
Look, this the 2025 Pocky.
Okay. They
Chocolate
look
chips
like
and cream. I mean, chocolate cookie and cream.
this is, I'm not a fan of. They got a savory Pocky that has
What is this one?
pizza flavor.
Oh, there's another matcha.
It's got little things on it. You might want to try that. It might be little flavor bursts. I like these little panda candy things. It's like jelly candy in there. I don't see a price on there, y'all.
But this ain't,
So these are about $10.
this ain't Pocky though.
What is it?
This stuff ain't Pocky.
This is a squid snack. Would you eat that? These are dry squid. They got hot and spicy, and I don't know what that one is.
You know what? I used to eat these and little shrimp snacks. It ain't nothing but like they make a stock, like a shrimp stock, and then they concentrate it, and then they dip the chips in it and make it just a flavor. It ain't really got squid or shrimp in it.
And then these are the refrigerators we used to bring the kids and let them pick something out of here that was different. But what was my favorite thing? They probably don't have them anymore, but they were like a apple soda that was like really thin. What is ume a pear?
Ume? It's some type of fruit. It looks like
Yuzu juice. This is Jamaican soda, pineapple ginger. Okay, so I'm gonna get something to go with my tripe sandwich tonight.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a whole thing that we got today here. So I'm gonna get something to go with my tripe. I ain't gonna show y'all what it is, but I'm showing y'all what they got. Yeah, I think they've been had that. They got all the sodas and cheese and stuff down here.
Oh, these are
They got lychee.
these are cold brews, cappuccino, like energy coffees. I used to drink Milo too.
You showed them that drink you got that I had never heard of.
It's straight from the 70s. They still make this stuff. I've been drinking this since I was about 13, and I turned out okay.
That's the problem.
Except for that twitch.
Okay, see, that's the problem. Okay. Let me pick something out. It ain't gonna be Sprite. I do love me some Sprite, but it ain't gonna be that. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna serve up dinner. I'm gonna put some of my macaroni and cheese down, my Gouda and sharp cheddar mac and cheese. See, it's creamy. All right. Then I have kale with onions and spinach and bacon. No, not spinach. Kale with bacon and onions. I don't know what's wrong. And then we have our nice pot roast with the mushrooms and onion and bell pepper and the gravy. put some extra gravy. And I like a little bit of gravy on my mac and cheese as well. All right, y'all. So this is what we are having for dinner tonight. We have our pot roast that my mom used to make. Macaroni and cheese, Gouda and sharp cheddar. And kale with onions and bacon. This is what we having for dinner tonight, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so the pot roast beef stroganoff is done. I'm just gonna put it in a bowl here. We're just gonna have some of this. With biscuit. So this is what we having for dinner today. This is meal number 2 with that pot roast that I made on Sunday. And I'm about to eat my dinner. So I hope you guys make this recipe, and I will see you in the next video.